Hi everyone, it's Lori from Crystal Earth Magic. Today I wanted to build a little bit on previous videos and give you a very quick and easy way to clear negative energy off yourself. You know, whether it was like I talked about in the previous video about getting hit in the solar plexus with energy from somebody who was a little crazed, or whether it's we go into work and we have negative coworkers, there's negative energy around us. We go into Walmart, any number of things. We go into a family gathering where people are negative. Anytime that you feel like you might have sludge and yucky stuff on you, which, you know, for many of us, especially the more sensitive we are, we're feeling that negative energy a lot more strongly than perhaps we had in the past. It's not to say that it didn't happen in the past, but it is to say that we're more aware of it because we have all raised our vibration, our frequency. And as we raise our vibration and our frequency, anything that is of a lower frequency is going to really stand out to us, and we're going to be aware of it. Perhaps in days past, when our frequency was lower, when we were vibrating with the frequency of humanity as a whole, you know, that whole negative experience we're all having together, although there are many positives in it because it's bringing us to a higher consciousness ultimately. But anyway, now that we're more sensitive, we're more empathic, we're going to feel a lot more stuff. And so that is actually a gift. I know a lot of you are like, oh, I wish I wouldn't feel it. But if you don't feel it, how do you know that you need to clear it? You know, if you don't clear it, then all of that stuff stays in your energy field and creates havoc and creates issues and creates illnesses and dis-ease in every way: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, etc. So this is just a very quick and easy way to do it. You know, again, I've alluded to this in other videos, but what you have to do when you get home or get out of the situation, preferably you've put your shielding up beforehand. We've talked about that in a previous video, but if you haven't, or if it sneaks in, when you can be alone as soon as possible after the event, as soon as you get home from work, as soon as you get home from the store, as soon as you get away from whatever negative experience it was, find yourself in a place where you can get into a lightly meditative state. Okay. Somewhere where you're alone, even if it's locked in your car, in your garage, whatever. And just come into that stillness, that peace. Ground yourself, connect into Mother Earth, whatever way that you can. Perhaps going out in nature is a wonderful way too, to do all these things. But whatever way you can come into that stillness, that grounded place, that meditative place where you're lightly in a meditative space and calm. And so you can bring in first of all, make sure you're grounded. Again, connect your energy into Mother Earth. If you can't do that, if you're having trouble doing that, simply ask Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, to bring her energy up into your energy field and body. You should immediately feel pulled down. You should immediately feel anchored into the planet, and you may already start to feel some of that negative sludge coming out of you. Those of you who are clairvoyant are aware visually of things. You may see actually a black sludge coming out of you and going down into the earth, where she will take it and repurpose it and turn it into all sorts of beautiful things. It's not putting negative stuff in the earth. Let me just make this comment too. When we ground and get rid of our negative energy and put it in the earth, we're not hurting the earth. It's just energy to her. She will transmute that and repurpose it. And I always like to say she's making beautiful diamonds and rubies and gorgeous stones out of the energy, because it is just energy. How do we help the planet the most? We help the planet the most by being balanced, happy, peaceful humans on top of her. And so if that's what we need to do to ground and get rid of some of that stuff, okay, that is the way that we help the earth the most. So don't think you're hurting the earth, because she transmutes all of that energy. She wants us to be happy and healthy. Think of it like an umbilical cord, you know. Mothers take the waste from their children, right? And repurpose it, transmute it, get rid of it. And it's the same kind of thing. We are children of Mother Earth. And so she can take all that waste product and get rid of it where it needs to go, or channel that into other endeavors. Okay, same thing. It's the same thing. Everything is the microcosm, the macrocosm. Okay, we're the microcosm and the earth is the macrocosm in this respect. So back to clearing yourself. You're grounded, you're in a meditative state. Simply ask your team to surround you, your higher self, your angels, your guides, your star families, whoever you work with. If you want to call in your favorite ascended master, your favorite angel, whatever it is, they're all here for you. And so you can work with whoever or whatever you want. If you don't know who to call, your higher self is always a great one to do. If you want to call source itself, God, you can do that too. It doesn't matter. Again, we are all one. They know who they are. We forget who we are, but they're still all connected to us. Ask them to help you. Ask them to surround you in a beautiful field of protection. When you get to a certain state, your guides will say, we'll help you, but you do it. So put that bubble of light around you. Put a geometric shape around you, such as that pyramid that we've talked about in other videos, such as a Merkaba that we've talked about in other videos. But if you don't know what those things are or don't feel comfortable, just put a bubble of white or golden white light or golden light around you. You can tweak it from there once you feel comfortable and more confident. Once that is in place, ask for a beam of beautiful source energy to come down through your crown. And just imagine this beautiful golden white energy spiraling down through your crown, spiraling down through your entire body, going all the way down into the earth, into the center of the earth. And imagine that as this spirals through your body, all of that negative stuff is going away, going down into the earth, being transmuted in that light, that high frequency, beautiful source light. Everything is transformed, transmuted, sending it all the way down. Okay, and you can just let that rain down, spiral down on you for a while. If there's any particular area, such as in the previous video, I talked about getting that hit in my solar plexus. I brought that energy into my solar plexus and just had it spiral, 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 and just getting rid of all of the yucky stuff that got attached. Okay, it's very, very simple to do this. You can do this anywhere, anytime. Certainly you can ask your guides for help, but whenever you feel that yucky energy on you, and it may be from very simple things, it may just be from an encounter with the mailman, for instance, or an encounter with a clerk at a store. You know, sometimes we just need to come home and clear. Certainly, I've talked about this before in other videos too, when I worked in surgery, and around hospitals and medical facilities, there was so much negative energy. And at first I didn't know it. You know, most people come home and numb themselves with alcohol or whatever, or TV, all of these things. But once you become aware, you realize what you're doing. All you're doing is numbing the problem. You're not getting rid of it. And so it compounds. It compounds and it gets compressed and it ends up coming out of your body in a form of dis-ease, whether it's, again, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic. We can't shove things down forever. At some point, we need to clear them. When we are aware that we have taken on negative energy from another person, place, or thing, it can even be from something you hear on the news. God forbid you're still listening to it. But, you know, even the so-called truth or news is full of a bunch of BS and propaganda too. You know, again, our heart is the only thing that is true. So we have to run everything through that. But bringing that beautiful golden white energy of source, it can be gold, it can be white. Again, those are the three best colors to start with. If you want to work with other colors, perfect. You know, a violet flame is a wonderful thing to spiral through you as well. Or you may feel confident enough to just allow it to be whatever color it wants to be. But that's a good place to start. I usually do that gold or golden white light or white light, coming spiraling down and all the way down into the earth. You can imagine it spiraling and pulsing in whatever area in particular that you're having an issue. You can just let it be the full body. So try that. It's really, really simple. It's something all of us can do anytime, anywhere. You know, I suggest that you do it when you can at least come into a very light meditative state. but it's easy to do. Anybody can do this. You don't need anyone to help you, but if you want to, you can ask your guides to help you. With my clients and students that I'm seeing these days, everybody has negative energy attached, even people who work at it, because maybe they're not working at it enough. Maybe they feel guilty about a family member, whatever it is. In this energy, all of our stuff's coming up. And in the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but our energy, our negativities, our fears, all of our shadow, it's coming up to be healed. It's coming up personally, and it's coming up collectively, and we're going to see it in a lot of people, and there's going to be a lot of scared people that are projecting their stuff out into the world, and perhaps at you if you get in the way. You know, again, with the holidays coming up, we're going to have family projecting, and you're going to be in the way. So shield yourself the way that we've talked about. And when you get home, or when you're able to, if you can lock yourself in the bathroom at work or at grandma's house, whatever you need to do, let that energy spiral through and down. For those of you who like to do things with water, do it in the shower. You know, imagine that as the water comes out, it's this beautiful golden white light, and it's just washing all of that sludge of your day off, okay? And going down the drain to be repurposed, transmuted, transformed into light. So give it a try. Let me know how it works for you. So simple. Again, there are so many very, very, very complicated techniques to clear negative energy from us. But, you know, I believe in doing things simply so that you do them every single day and maybe multiple times a day. Once you master doing this on yourself, or you remember to do it on yourself, that's probably more, because there's not a whole lot to master other than trusting. But you can do it on your house as well. You can do it on your property. You can do it on your business. I used to always do that in the operating rooms I was in, and people were amazed at how different it felt. And they'd be like, come bless my OR. So instead, I would teach them how to do it. And they were amazed how easily it worked and how well it worked. I'll tell another story about that another day. But just for today, make sure you are clearing yourself. You know, there's a lot of negative energy in our homes too. Not just in places outside, but in our homes, especially if there's fighting or, you know, negative things going on there. If you're living with a negative person, which I know a lot of you are, if there's power struggles, all of that, you know, it behooves you to clear your stuff out. We're going to get into more depth on how to clear negative influences, such as entities, you know, all that kind of stuff in a future video. But for now, make sure you can clear that negative energy from others off of you. It could also be negative energy originating from you, in which case you're cleaning out internally. Doesn't matter, no guilt, no shame. We all have it, our shadow's coming up. We just need to be aware of it and get rid of it and transmute it so that it doesn't continue to plague us and cause further problems. So this is Lori with Crystal Earth Magic. I hope you found that helpful. Let me know how it works for you. Let me know if you have a better technique that works for you. I would appreciate hearing from you in the comments. And I'll see you soon. Thank you for listening, and hope to see you in the next video.